Hey folks, the purpose of this video, I want to go over some of the results regarding the government and September 11th, 2001. Of course, there was a large human tragedy due to everything, of course, with the thousands of people that lost their lives. But there were a lot of changes also to our government, which we now just assume is just a regular part of the way we do things today. So just going to examine a couple of the changes. Results of September 11th. This video can be found on Blackboard, as can this PowerPoint. So the first thing, in October of 2001, the Congress, signed by the President, passed the USA Patriot Act, which was an acronym for a larger term, gave the federal government more power to investigate U.S. citizens, not only here in the United States, but abroad. As President Bush said, it also expanded the penalties and expanded the prevention measures that the federal government could use that would also supersede any state and federal laws to help fight terrorism. It also called for the different federal agencies and local and state authorities to share the information that they would obtain in searching out terrorists. It also redefined terrorism. One of the other byproducts of September 11, 2001 was the formation of the Homeland Security Department. The idea was to coordinate national security efforts, especially among air travel. When we go to the airports now and we see the TSA and the long lines that we wait in, and all of the measures that we must take, that's as a result of, at least indirectly, of September 11th. The TSA falls under the Homeland Security Department and many other federal agencies. So it was added as the 14th department, the Homeland Security Department, due to September 11th. Following 9/11 also, the stock market crashed and the economy staggered. Much of what happens when the economy is not doing well, many people lost their jobs, inflation occurred, the economy, we basically went into a recession right following September 11th. Another thing that happened due to September 11th, early on, and you have to remember this was very early on in President George W. Bush's presidency, his approval ratings were not very high, but following September 11th, there was a big feeling of patriotism, a lot of public opinion towards unity in the United States. A lot of people were hanging flags outside, doing very patriotic things. I would recommend that you maybe ask your parents or older people what were some of the sentiments that they experienced following September 11th. George W. Bush's approval rating soared to 86% after September 11th for how he handled it immediately. Now, later on in his two terms, as the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan went on, that approval rating dwindled. But initially, after the September 11th, the attacks of September 11th, President Bush's approval rating skyrocketed. Also, the 9/11 Commission was formed, which was a group of 5 Democratic congressmen and 5 Republican congressmen, and Tom Keene, who was the governor of New Jersey, oversaw it. And what they did was they investigated how the government responded to September 11th, what they could have done better. They also recommended what the government should do better in the future and what measures should be put in place to prevent such a terrorist attack from again having. It eventually took a couple years. It was eventually released and actually became a best-selling book as well, the 9/11 Commission. All right, so just an overview of some of the bigger results of September 11th.